Hey guys, it's a lovely Thursday morning, nice and cool, air breeze, walking through the woodlands near where I live. Hair's a bit of a mess, who cares? This video is a bit of a different one. On my YouTube channel now, I've decided to discuss things around business, economics, things that I've got a very big interest in, things that I invest in, things that I do. I'm not a financial advisor, I'm just quite successful in business and what I do. Obviously, COVID wiped the floor with a lot of people. It destroyed a lot of people's businesses. For me, I did that. And diversified into gym equipment, as everyone knows. Sold over £1 million worth of kit. And I won't get into too much in terms of specifics on that. But I diversified now into likes of the jewellery market, the precious metals market, and I've got myself set up as a business consultant, and now I'm in charge of the marketing and media for a 50 million turnover business, alongside running my own businesses. So I like to think I know a little bit about economics, business, and things that are going around me. So in this video, I'm actually going to talk about cryptocurrency. The only reason why I wanted to highlight a bit about myself first is because if you're watching this, if you've never heard of me before, you're probably thinking, who's this guy ranting and raving about cryptocurrency? So there you go, I've set the scene. I've been the personal trainer to billionaires, done several million myself in recent years. And yeah, I'm heading up parts of businesses which do a lot of turnover. So cryptocurrency, we're now going into what's called the quantum finance section of the banking world. The banking world is evolving. So while we've got all this noise on the media at the moment talking about what's happening in Afghanistan, what's happening in terms of illness and with the C word, people aren't talking about the huge changes in the banking financial systems. So personally, if you've ever heard of Swift is a means of moving money for around the world. I've been using that for years. I've been using it for moving money from the UK, mostly to the Far East and Middle East, because I import product. And many years ago, a customer of mine educated me about cryptocurrency. I bought Bitcoin and I sold it to go to Ibiza. I'd be retired now if I held on to that Bitcoin. That was a big mistake. The same pool of clients that was educating me about cryptocurrency at the time, one in particular was talking about XRP. And I went so far down the rabbit hole, studying about XRP, that I'm a big investor in XRP. I won't go into any detail, but I own tens of thousands of units. A lot of units. I've also got Cardano. I bought into Dogecoin when it was less than 1 cent. You know what happened there? I sold at 40 cents because Elon Musk just shouted out a tweet and it just went catabolic. Anyway, coming back round to the crypto space, if I was speaking to myself, so I'm not giving advice to you as an individual, but if I was chatting to myself 5 years ago, I would have said to myself, put a spread evenly between cryptocurrencies, and I would have even advised myself to borrow to invest in, because my family and future generations would have never had to work ever again. But that would have been a huge gamble, and hindsight's a great thing. I firmly believe the next 6 months, bear in mind we're at start of September 2021, the next 6 months are going to be huge catabolic moves within the crypto space before it is massively regulated. So this is the last opportunity to get heightened levels of growth. That's just a personal opinion, that's just from observations, in experience in the stock market and varying different investments over the years. What goes up massively usually comes down equally massively So I just firmly believe that we're going to experience what's called the final leg of a giant bull run. There is speculation that the cryptocurrency market could carry on escalating for many years. So personally, to hedge against the possibility of it going completely catabolic for the next 4 or 5 years until it's properly widely adopted, I've made a provision not to sell my entirety and always hold a level of hold a value of each individual cryptocurrency, and I've got it all noted down. So at no point, unless I hit a massive target, will I sell my majority of my tokens. So as an example with the XRP, if it hits $10, I'll sell a percentage, 20, I'll sell a percentage, 100, I'll sell a large percentage. Because at the end of the day, you have to also agree with yourself, how much money does an individual need? I don't need billions in the bank. It would be nice, but a few million would actually help support my family and myself for a very long time. So it's having those targets, it's having those strategies in place which will really help. Obviously, cryptocurrency is the most volatile marketplace out there, but personally, my money's worthless in the bank. And the upside potential of cryptocurrency in this current market, in my personal opinion, is far greater than the downside risk potential. So I'm happy to take the risk, because if suddenly my investment went up 100 times in the next 6 months, then bravo, I don't ever need to work ever again. So that's just a thought on cryptocurrencies. Fiat currencies globally are going through a lot of change. There's been overprinting in the UK, in America especially. So I personally believe there's a lot of noise on the media distracting from new changes in the crypto market as well as the new currency markets. I won't go too far down the rabbit hole with that. I don't want to sound like a conspiracy freak, tinfoil hat and all that. But yeah, I'm heavily invested in cryptocurrency. The ones that I've invested mostly into are actually the banker's choice mostly, and ones which have more easily wided chances of being adopted globally. So Cardano being one, XRP, XLM, Solana. I'm not in the 2 big ones. I've got no interest in those because they've already gone catabolic. I don't really fancy investing in something which could go up 50, 100%, or go down 50 to 90%. I'm more interested in something which has got a higher chance of going up 10, 20, 30, 40, 100, 500 times over the next 3 to 5 years. So there you go. That's a bit of an insight into cryptocurrency. If you want to know more about the crypto space, I'd strongly advise listening to a few channels I listen to Coins Kid, and also Blockchain Backer. There's a guy called Moon Lambo and The Bearable Bull. Those 4 channels you can listen to on YouTube. I've been listening to all of their stuff in reference to XRP this year. It's put put my mind at ease a number of times when I've been thinking about doing the sell off when everything crashed a bit, but it controlled my nerves, and I started learning more about the SEC lawsuit with XRP.